What's up, guys? I wanted to make a quick video on the GameCube slash Wii Portable, which is actually a Wii. It's not really a GameCube, it's just in a GameCube form. So you got the R1, you got L1, and you got the Z button. There's a fan in there, if you look closely there. I did open this before, and you know, it's pretty clean inside. Pretty straightforward. You got the power there. Got an SD card. I think it came with a 32 gig. This is 64 gig I put in there. Works just fine. Directional pad. Everything feels real nice. My only complaint about this would be the Y button. It's a little loose, but it doesn't really affect the gameplay. And I don't really like these little tiny buttons here, but it's being worked on, so it's going to have some upgrades later on. This is the menu button for the adjustment in terms of brightness, color, and everything. Then you got the volume up and down, and you also use the volume up and down to navigate the menu. So this comes with bit built, which is BB loader, okay, which is what you're seeing right now. If you scroll this over to the right, you can get to the Wii games that I have installed. I don't know if my camera is showing it well. Yeah, so these are the Wii games I have on there. Not too many, you know, you can't fit too much on a 64 gig, but I haven't tried anything bigger yet. If I do, I'll let you know. What else we got? GameCube. Okay, these are the GameCube games I currently have on there, and it's a little bit more because GameCube are, you know, the games are only like a gig and some change, so you can put a lot more on it. However, I don't use BB Loader to load my games. I go to the homebrew. And by the way, I installed a whole bunch of different homebrew on here. It doesn't come with this stuff. It's very easy to get homebrew. You just get the emulation file from the internet for you know, Wii homebrew, and you can run the emulation file right from here. I customized this, so I put the icon there for each one, so just to make it a little bit more easier for me to get to. This also has a 64 emulator. I wouldn't recommend trying it. It didn't work very well, but Wii's Virtual Console runs 64 games, some of them, because we had official 64 Virtual Console stuff. PS1, no good. No bueno. Don't even try it. DS, no point. This is not a touchscreen. And you don't have a Wiimote functionality in here, which makes it a little difficult to run certain games also that are not. I mean, that are Wii games that only can run with Wii inputs from the Wiimote. It has an emulator Wiimote option in in the post loader, which allows you to, just like the Dolphin emulator, you can emulate the Wii controls to the GameCube controller. Tell you what emulators work great. Nintendo, which is that, Super Nintendo, Genesis, Game Boy Advance, all work pretty flawless, which is much better than the PS2 in terms of its side emulation to make it a little bit more diverse, because they work a lot better. And they were already pre-mapped to the GameCube controller. Alright, so anyway, we got Nintendo here, which is what it runs, which runs GameCube games on the Wii, and we got post loader. So the way I do it, I load everything through post loader, because I can load those games from that interface, but what happens is it automatically defaults to PAL, and remember, and this is an NTS screen, so what happens is everything goes black and white, which kind of sucks and has some weird colors. This interface, I get to choose if there's any, you know, if it's PAL or NTSC. That's the beautiful thing about this interface. Okay, so we got GameCube here. These are all the GameCube games I installed. Another thing that's good about this interface is that you have the option of adding Virtual Console, and that doesn't work on the other interface. So I added all of this Virtual Console stuff in WiiWare. So we got WiiWare, Adventure Island, Castlevania. Now here's the problem. Although you do have the option of setting up the Wii controls to the GameCube, it doesn't work, or maybe because it's my version, it doesn't work with post loader WiiWare. For some reason, WiiWare, it does not give you Wii controller options. So if you have a WiiWare game, which I have here, I don't remember which one because I played this a long time ago. But if you have a WiiWare game that only works with a Wiimote, you don't get emulated Wiimote settings for the WiiWare or the Virtual Console, so you just can't play those games. Yeah, that's why these are not easily available, because it's the software. There's a software limitation. So if you're buying this and saying, hey, I want to play every Wii game, every Virtual Console game, every WiiWare game, it's not happening. But you'll be able to play every GameCube game that's compatible with the Wii through Nintendo, and you'll be able to play every Wii game that's compatible. So look, these are all the systems. So also it has channels. You can install channels, but it's kind of pointless. So anyway, I have some 64 games on here for Virtual Console, and I have WiiWare games. And you can also load emulators and stuff from this menu as well. So look, if I press up on the directional pad, you get to your GameCube selection. You press right on the directional pad, you get to your WiiWare or Virtual Console. Press down on the directional pad, you get to all your ROMs for all the stuff that you install. If you don't want to run them from the emulator themselves, you can run the ROMs directly from this menu. If you press left on the directional pad, oh, that's something else that I don't remember. It's been a little while since I messed with this. Anyway, so let's try out a GameCube game, Bloody Roar. I'm going to run that, see how that plays. And then we're going to try a Wii game, run that. And I guess that'll conclude my test. All the emulators work. The Wii is a very good emulation device. So they work good. They don't just work. As far as the, retro stuff. So far, I haven't had any issues playing GameCube games on this thing. But, of course, I haven't played every GameCube game that exists. So there could be some incompatibilities, especially with the Wii as well, with the Wiis that are only working with dedicated Wiimotes. So with the Wii, you have the option of creating an emulated Wiimote thing, but it doesn't mean that's going to work for everybody. But yeah, this is a software limitation. I mean, now the thing about this device also is that the sound is great when you get to 50%. Anything higher than that starts breaking up. So you don't want to make it too loud. But it's loud enough, I would say. I'm a little disappointed because it doesn't have a headphone jack, but this is still early release, so, I don't know if he's still working on it. I gotta talk to him and see if he's gonna do any updates on it. As you see, it's not having any issues, so you're not going to have any problems with that. Now, I think there's a way to go out into the other menu, but in the interest of saving time, let's just turn this off, turn it back on. The battery lasts about, I would say, 3 to 4 hours. That seems to be the normal for 18650s, just like the PS2. Okay, so anyway, this is that menu. Now, what I could do is load the emulators from here, which I have set up already. I don't mind loading the emulators from BB Loader because those are emulators. They're just, the files that load up the emulators, and then the emulators load the games. But like I said, loading Wii games and GameCube games from here automatically defaults to PAL, so that's why I go to Post Loader to load that stuff. So I showed you GameCube. Every game that I throw on here works so far. So I haven't tried every game, but all right. So let's get to Wii games. Okay. So these are the Wii games I have on there. There's not too many, and then I have Virtual Console. So we'll try that next. Virtual Console is a hit and miss. Not every Virtual Console game works, I noticed. All right, let's throw on Sonic Colors. Hopefully that's not a game that I have to then map Wii controls to. If I did, I probably did already. I just don't remember. I had this for so long. Oh yeah, I forgot. There's a refresh that you have to do before you load Wii games. That's why it's not doing it. Let me see if I can remember how to show it to you guys. Yeah, because that menu that shows the Wii games is like an old menu, and then you have to refresh it. I think I have to push start. I don't know why it does that, but that's something to note. It's the same with Virtual Console. If you try to load the game, it seems like it's confused because it hasn't refreshed the list of games that's supposed to be there. It has some kind of save from whenever the last time you booted it up. Alright, so for example, let me go back to the Wii games. No, that's wrong direction. Okay, so this is the Wii games, right? So what you have to do, let me see if I remember that. I think it was start, yeah, it was start. And then you go to refresh game cache, right? Wait, deconfig. No, that's not it. It's something else. This is embarrassing. I'm supposed to know this. I thought it was refresh game cache. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm bugging out. No, that's not it. It's something that refreshes the list. You gotta bear with me, guys. I haven't done this in a little while. Oh, I think it's something down here. NAND. It's something to do with the NAND. So I'm remembering it just as I'm doing this, so bear with me here. Yeah, the NAND is the Wii system. So I don't think it was that. Damn, I forgot how did I... Okay, this is what's on the NAND right now, which is the Wii system itself and not the SD card. Those few games. But that's not what I was trying to do. Damn, I don't remember how to do it when I'm thinking of. It's something in these menus that allows you to... I thought it was triangle. Give me a second while I figure this out. I guess it wasn't refresh game cache. It was something else. It has to be one of these strange menus here. Let me see. Settings. Yeah, when this was fresh in my mind, I then stopped using it, so I don't remember. It wasn't cache. I know it has something to do with refreshing this list. Damn, I really don't remember. I really don't remember. But without doing that, it's I don't think... Wait, is it from here maybe? No, it's not. I really don't remember. Anyway, if I remember, I'll write it in the list. You see how it's working now is because I clicked the NAND thing. But there was some kind of way to instantly refresh the list. And then it'll always run. I just forgot how to do it. I have to look it up again. But yeah, when this first came out, I was dealing with all of this. This was why it's all set up and everything. See, in this game, apparently I didn't set up the emulated Wiimote. That's another thing I got to remember how to do. Yeah, that's another thing I have to remember how to do. I guess I'll make another video when I do remember, just to show those two things. How to set up the emulated Wiimote with the GameCube controls, and how to refresh the page there in Post Loader. It's a Post Loader thing. it'll be simple. All I have to do is look up post loader stuff, and then I'll remember. But I thought it was very simple at the time, so maybe it'll start. No, it's not start. What the hell was it? Yeah, you see how everything is there. There's a way to do it. Without doing that, sometimes the damn thing won't load. Damn, I don't remember. Anyway, let's try to load up Virtual Console. I know Castlevania doesn't require a Wiimote. But yeah, it's not that it has issues, there's this thing you have to do that I realized just from messing with the thing when I first got it, that refreshes the list. Probably people that are more familiar with post loader specifically will be able to tell people what to do here. But anyway, like I said, I'll make another video when I figure that out, or I'll just write in the description the button that you gotta press. Only thing I would say that I would really want to see an improvement other than the controls is the software, which is something that's out of the developer's hands, and a headphone jack, because that's very useful when it comes to portable systems, especially when the sound is not up to par, because you could just plug in an external, speaker or something like that. Anyway, for the most part, it does its job. Let me see if I can get a Wii game going that doesn't require, that I know doesn't. Tatsunoko versus Capcom does not require a Wiimote, and I think I already set up emulated Wiimote for Mario. Mario, was it Super Mario Sunshine? No, not Super Mario Sunshine. The Galaxy. Mario Galaxy, I remember already setting that up. Yeah, I don't even see that option. Where is these? You should see, it's been a while, like I said, and oh, okay, I remember now. Okay, it's NAND source. Yeah, it's NAND source. So you click on use USB, and then it does like a refresh, because there's different NANDs. So what you have is you have a NAND for the SD card, which is considered USB here, and then you have a NAND for which is on the Wii system itself. So on the Wii's hard drive, inside. So that's what it is. Okay, now I remember. Okay, that's how you do it. So when you go to this menu, you're gonna want to press start. See, but that's not there though. So maybe it wasn't a Wii thing. Maybe it was a Virtual Console thing. Yeah, it was a Virtual Console thing. NAND source. So you click on NAND source. For instance, if I click on NAND source and put use real NAND, you're going to see the games change here, right? Because that's the NAND that's on the game, on the Wii itself. And then you go back, NAND source. So basically you got to choose the NAND source before you get into a game. Otherwise the game may not load. So we got Mario 64, so let's throw on Mario 64. So Mario 64. Now that I've refreshed the NAND source, it should execute. But without doing that, it'll hang for some reason, because it's probably defaulting looking for the NAND on the device itself and not on the. So this is the only way you're gonna play GameCube games on the Wii is through the. 64 games on the Wii is through the Virtual Console. So as you can see, it does run. I really don't want to go through a long movie clip, but it runs flawless because it's running on an actual Wii. So, and it's running as if it's meant for the Wii because it's a Virtual Console game. But just take my word for it. So now that we remember how to do that, that's all you have to do when it comes to Virtual Console or WiiWare games. To guarantee it's going to boot the first time, make sure you have the NAND source correctly. NAND source USB is the SD card, and if you have the game on SD card, then you run it from there. And if you have the game installed on the system itself, which you can do. You can move it to the Wii itself. Wouldn't recommend it because the Wii doesn't have a large, hard drive or a NAND source. So whenever you're about to play this, don't just jump right in. You want to press start and then go to NAND source and make sure the NAND source is correct. So we go to USB, and then there you go. That's all. So that's the thing I forgot. And as far as setting up the Wii controls, I did it for this, but who knows if it's still there. Let me see if it's the same. So that was another way to do it. I don't remember the button. Maybe it's from here. Press A to start. No, that just starts the game. Let me load up the game and see if my controls are still set up, because I did set up controls for this, but I think I just refreshed the NAND, so I don't know if that's gonna negative my controls. If it does, then fuck it. But if it doesn't, then at least I get to show you guys what it looks like to use an emulator remote. Doesn't look like I have any functionality here. But I know I did this because I tried this game specifically. See if it works. Oh yeah, it does. Yeah. But it's not going to do this by default. I'm letting you guys know now. And remember, another reason why, this is not really on the market is because, when you're dealing with an emulated Wiimote, this thing is not 100% accurate, This analog stick for the Wiimote is not smooth like an analog stick would be, so could we really say that this is playable? I don't know. It depends on the game. But as far as compatibility goes, every Wii game is compatible. But you have to deal with the downfall of using the analog stick as a remote and not being precise, which is what people do when they're using it on the Dolphin emulator anyway. So that's basically why this hasn't been posted up or, anything like that. It's just the software, the hardware is not bad. It's just it's the software. Okay, don't tell me I gotta watch this whole movie clip again. Anyway, you guys get the picture. It does play Wii games and Virtual Console games and WiiWare games. Any Virtual Console game that needs an emulated Wiimote, don't even install it because you're not gonna be able to play it. The software doesn't allow you to map a emulated Wiimote for Virtual Console. Before I turn this off and move on, I want to try to see if I remember how to even set up the Virtual Console controls. I really should have did all this when it was fresh in my mind, but so many things came up. I couldn't keep up with what I was doing. I originally wanted to do this. Now, I think, is it settings? No, because it was game specific. I remember I had to do it with each game. That's all I remember. Let me see. It was something I had to manually do for each game. I wonder if it was a file on the computer. Or I don't think it... Anyway, it could be looked up. All you have to do is look up virtual Wii controller post loader. It'll come up on Google, which is how I found it. That's how I had to figure out how to do it. So when they make these devices, they don't make them with the games on there already. You have to figure it out. So I got the beta one, and then I was trying to figure it out at that time when I first got it. And then by the time I finally figured everything out, I was like, wow, that's a lot. Now I know how to do it. I hooked it up where it's, comfortable for me, and then so it doesn't look like Tatsunoko versus Capcom is going to load without refreshing the NAND. So let's boot that up again. That's what I clicked on, right? It would have loaded by now. But yeah, all of these limitations, and then you have to figure out how to set it up. It's not straightforward, like the PS2 would be. You have to, do research and figure things out yourself. That's why I didn't get involved in helping to import this. So, like I do with the PS2, so it's just too much. Alright, so let me press start. No, because this doesn't. So I guess, wait, Tatsunoko versus Capcom probably has to be loaded the other way then. Okay. Yeah, certain things ran in this and certain things ran in the other one. So let me see here. So that refresh thing is only for WiiWare stuff. Let's check Sonic Colors. If Sonic Colors don't boot, that means I just have to go over to the other thing, refresh, and then come back. That could be the problem too. Nico Booter. Nope. So it's just that game. So Tatsunoko versus Capcom, I'll probably have to boot through BitBuilt. We'll try that first before I turn this off. Everything else just runs from BitBuilt's system there. Only reason why I run Portableize Me is, Post Loader is because BitBuilt interface for some reason forces GameCube games specifically to be PAL, and it looks like crap, black and white almost, and no good. Let me do a 2-second brief quick gameplay of this just so you guys can see it that it's working. If my controls at work. Should have loaded by now. And it didn't. What the hell? Well, there you have it. Buggy. Okay, it just takes a long time to load, I guess. That was really long. But this is what you got to deal with when you're using a USB stick. Actually, it didn't take that long before. I loaded this before. I remember. So it's just a little strange. But anyway, again, that's why, you know, this is not something I really help import. It's not that great in terms of software. I have no issues with controls though. It plays pretty nice. Emulators play fine. All right, let's try to load Tatsunoko versus Capcom, and then I'll end this video. I just wanted to give you guys some kind of gameplay because I didn't see many YouTube videos on it. Alright, so let's load up what I'm going to load up. Wii. Or maybe it was this menu that allows you to do the virtual. I don't remember. It's been too long. See, now my camera's going out of focus like crazy. Okay. Maybe it was BitBuilt that allowed you to do it. Let me see if I can click on. Okay, we're going to play Tatsunoko. See if there's a setting or R button. No. So it had to be post loader. Yeah, so some games you have to load through BitBuilt. And some games you can load through post loader. And there's yet another loader also that I never really installed on here, but that's the beauty of Homebrew. You could put a bunch of loaders on there. They got Wii Flow and all this other stuff. I think these are the two loaders that are compatible with non-Wii controls. Or maybe Tatsunoko versus Capcom is just not compatible. Okay. Well, I got to do a little bit more research, but Black Screen of Death. I guess the playability is not 100%, but it does play a lot of them. I haven't tested every game, and that's one of them. But there you go, guys. That's the GameCube Portable. And if we're comparing it to device sizes, it's probably the size. Let's see. Oversized Game Boy Color. Maybe about 3 times the size. Just to be exact. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.